Hi, everyone. We'll give a minute for people to join. So grab your coffee, tea, water bottle, whatever beverage fits the time of day where you are, and we'll get started in just a bit. All right, let's go. So again, hello, everyone, and welcome to the first installment of our Product Pulse webinar series. It's a new format that we are now launching to keep you all in the loop on what we've been working on, what new features and products you can already get started with, and what's coming next in the pipeline. Today, you'll be hearing from two CloudLinux speakers, Igor Seletsky, our CEO, and Vladimir Markovich, our Immunify product manager. A couple of housekeeping items before we dive in. The webinar is being recorded, and we'll share the link to the video in the follow-up email. During the webinar, if you have any questions about the product or feature that's being shown, please use the QA functionality of Zoom to type in your question, and there will be a dedicated QA section at the end where we'll answer these questions. You can find the QA button on the bottom of the Zoom screen. On today's webinar, we'll cover a very exciting new WordPress offering that we now have, then continue with what's new in Cloud Linux on the product side, what's new in Immunify, and finally close things off with our current offers and events and the dedicated QA section that I mentioned. And now, to kick things off, I'll hand the mic over to Igor Seletsky. Igor, please take it away.
Hello, everyone. So some time ago, a few months ago, we invested in Seahawk Media. The reason we invested is because we truly believe in what they're doing. They're providing white-labeled WordPress services like WordPress management, website development, etc., under the hosting company brand. And I think that's the important part, that it is the revenue will come to the hoster. The relationship between hoster and the site owner still preserved, and it's an additional way for the hosting company to generate revenues. So very important, they already have traction in the hosting market. The typical attach rate is about 3 to 5%, meaning that you can increase your revenues from 3 to 5% of your customers fairly high. It also means that those customers are stickier. They will not switch to another host just because now you're providing care services, you're maintaining their websites working better. So it's a win-win. And if you're interested, it's fairly quick right now to get onboarded. It integrates into your billing system, and everything is done under your name. Let's go to the next slide. So few examples of services that they provide is WP Care. WordPress Care, basically that's a recurrent revenue stream for you. Something that will make sure that the customer has updated website, changes when they need to optimize. They don't have to worry about hackers. They don't have to worry about anything. There is also one-time services that they provide, like site speed optimization, SEO optimization. They can upgrade the existing site. They can do a site for a company that doesn't have a site. So a lot of different options that you can get, that your customers will be able to get once you adopt it for your hosting offering. Let's continue. So the next one is Max Cache. It's in beta right now, so you can try it already. It's so we were trying to do Max web server based on Nginx. What we discovered that there is a lot of incompatibilities, like on a fundamental level, that we would have to solve. So we shelved the Max web server for now, and we're focusing on Max Cache. Max Cache is just an Apache module. We will have a similar module for Nginx, and the module uh, will s- will add additional level of acceleration on top of Accelerate WordPress. So you have page caching today with Accelerate WordPress, but it's still being routed for a lot of requests through PHP. So each time there is a PHP process that have to do something to actually serve that cached page. What we did, we wrote a C module for Apache that will bypass PHP altogether, so there is only static pages. So what we're getting is significantly more static pages being served, uh, which tends to decrease CPU by about 50% on a typical workload, and that's after already having Accelerate WordPress. It can significantly improve time to first byte and increase your RPS rate. So a lot of benefits with a very small change, no compatibility issues, very safe. So try it. Let us know how it works. Today it only works with Accelerate WordPress page caching, but we're planning to work with other page caching providers like WP Rocket, Super Cache, and whatever else to make sure that they can get the same benefit from this module. We're also going to add data htaccess caching in the module to add additional level of performance improvement. Let's continue to the next one. Okay, so that one is also in beta. It's very early stages. Website is isolation. One of the things we're being asked on a regular basis is to provide a way to um, isolate one website from another website on LV level, KGFS level, but not on like within the same user. So user has 3, 5, 10 websites and he wants to run them separately. He wants to make sure that if one website is hacked, the other one will not be hacked. They want to make sure that they can run different versions of PHP for each website. So we're delivering it all as part of website isolate. Um, so the idea here is that you will be able to turn it on for your customers. You will be able to charge your customers for that. Uh, it comes free with Cloud Linux by itself, but we do have some limitations. What we're trying to afford to make sure is that people don't start to simply putting everything within one account and do some things like that. So there is a fairly generous availability of isolates with each plan. And if you need more, you can buy more at less than 10 cents per website. Let's continue to the next one. Okay, one of the things that people are asking us for a long time, but it sounds simple, but it's fairly hard to implement without reducing the stability, but I think we finally got it. It's burstable limits. So if your server has enough resources to allow customer to burst, why not let them burst? Why not let them use 2 CPUs, 3 CPUs, 4 CPUs if they need to? So that's what we're adding. We're adding burstable limits. We're adding them with all the controls, with all the safety. We will preserve the stability. It's only going to be possible to burst when cannot user cannot overload the server. So a lot of thinking went into that. We also have all the stats available to that. But what's also important, we're making it possible for you to sell it. We want you to uh, be able to say something like, well, you are getting one core right now, but if you want to be able to burst to 2 cores, that would be extra 10, 15% or extra $5 per month. So things like that, and we will help you identify the customers who will benefit the most from that, so you can upsell this to them. This is something we plan in 2026, and once again, it's part of the Cloud Linux OS. There is no extra fee that we will be charging for that. Let's go to the PHP slide. Okay, so this one is mostly for people who do Windows hosting. We were offering ELS for PHP for a bunch of versions on all the different Linux distributions for probably a decade now, and we finally brought it on Windows. Uh, we brought it on Windows with collaboration with WebPros, so now you have access to that as well. Um, I'm done with that slide. Let's continue to Minify updates.
All right, that will be me. Akash, could you please move to the first slide on my end? Okay, thank you. And let's start with Minify Security WordPress plugin. I consider this one of the successes through the last year. We released this plugin in March 2025, and so far it has 500,000 installation across internet. And it what it does is actually bring Minify security details to WordPress dashboard for the website owner view. And that alone reduce the support burden from the hosting team, because visibility means they understand what's going on their site, whether a file changed or even zeroed if it's fully malicious, and also add perceived value from the hosting service, because they literally see what's the security is within a package and how it works and so on. It's very easy to install for the hosting company, and it is neat and small thing on WordPress dashboard. It can be easily opt out if needed. And the cool thing, another cool thing about it, that we're going to have a new V3 version, which will not only give the visibility, not only give the ability to dive in the things that happens on your system, but also will add the protection against WordPress specific CVEs. So if you didn't have tried yet, give it a try and stay tuned for the version 3. Let's go for the next slide. All right, and this is Minify patch. In Minify patch, it is adoption of the proven technology that we acquired with company Patchman few years ago, and we put a lot of love in it so far. And what it does, it's actually the source code patching technology. It's different from a virtual patching, and we believe that nowadays virtual patching often be easily circumvented because of the ubiquity of AI tools and so on. But the source code, when it's patched, it just getting nowhere. So. But we understand this use case probably not for every website. Usually it's easy to just upgrade to the newer version, but if it's not the case, if it's to the website owner cannot afford it, or if it's inconvenience, and this is where the Minify patch comes to play. And it is done also in the revenue share model. So we propose to install a Minify patch to the billing system as the hosting company product, and upsell it from there. Actually, it's upsell it itself. It sends notification to end user, guide it through the purchase process, enable it itself, and do all the things in the back end. So for the hosting company, it's very easy to try. If you have WHMCS already, we have a plugin that does everything for you. If you not have WHMCS, we have an integration API that you can consume. It's easy, and have a small little stream of revenue with very little efforts or no efforts at all. Let's move to other slide. Minify email. So here we have our traditional Immunify ML, which is out in production for a few years already. And it's mostly outbound filtering. So it stays as an add-on of Immunify 360 on the same server where Immunify 360 is running. It's filtered out the spam outbreaks, so it protects your IP addresses. So if there is something going on, someone malicious actor on your system, it will just filter out all these spammy emails. Now we are working on the incoming filtering. It is available in beta right now, and I hope we will be out of beta somewhere in Q2. Let's go to the next slide. And this is again about Immunify email, but that's a little bit different thing. Immunify email gateway. If the traditional Immunify email sits on the same server as your Immunify 360, Immunify gateway, it is a SMTP relay in our cloud. It is completely off your fleet, and it's quite easy to integrate and use. You just use it as SMTP relay, and it actually take care about filtering, about deliverability, and your IPs would be never exposed outside to anyone ever. So that's a full guarantee. We will take care about IP warm-up, continuous monitoring of the deliverability, and all this stuff. I hope that it will be in beta close to end of Q1 and Q2 or Q3 available for general public. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, and that slide not about a new feature, but in fact it is about how we apply Immunify 360 to the different environment. Last year we had few requests from our largest customer about integrating with Immunify protection into their managed WordPress managed platforms. That usually implies the platform that lives on a containerized orchestration platform running on Kubernetes or Nomad. So we did a lot of work to tailor Immunify so it sits there, consume very little CPU resources, and works just fine. We are looking for the first commercial launch around February this year, and for the general ability, we need to make it really tailored for no hassle installation as much as possible. Although these containerized environments are a little bit different in every case, and we want to achieve the state when it will be quite easy, although with not automatically, but quite easy to apply to your platform. So if you're interested, give us note, and we will see what is your platform prioritizing on our end and see how we can do it. Let's go to the next slide. Immunify centralized management portal. That's one of the many requests, one of the top popular requests we have. Although if you're familiar, our concept always been like you install Immunify and forget about it. You just don't need to care about security. But we see some cases when customers want more, they want more control, they want more visibility, they want to have a better way to quickly react to escalation if something wrong with the site or user reports connectivity issues. So this is where we get our motivation to build this Immunify centralized management portal. And I have a demo, a short demo for this portal. Let me share my screen. Yep. Then I will, oh, yeah. Okay, so let me see if, let me know if you can see it.
Yep, it's up.
All right, So it's all starts from a dashboard. It's kind of a bird eye level of overview of your platform. You can see things that are informative, like how many malware were cleaned for a certain period of time, how many proactive defense incidents. You will see trends, like if it's growing this number or if it's lowering, and all the things. You will be able to compare how good your infection rate, how prone your system to infections that we will be was able to clean, but something is off with your configuration. So let's dive into the critical server, for example, and see what's just for example what we have here. We have the server level overview, and we have some hints with recommendation what is off, what can be tweaked, and the infection rate for this server, and so on. So it is designed to go from a bird level view to quickly resolve incidents. You will be able to monitor your account across the fleet. You will be able to see problems associated with account, like vulnerabilities, compromised passwords if they're not reset automatically, and you will be able to dive into details of every action that's been taken by Immunify. For example, you can go to the malware overview. You can go to the detection and see, okay, I have some server with clean files. I can see the file, or I can even restore the file and report false positive if it's the case. Also, there is one very interesting use case I like to talk about. It is IP reputation. It's also been requested a lot. When you have a problem with some IP address, it's either user cannot connect to the control panel, WordPress, or whatever, or visitors cannot access the website, and why it's happening. So we will be able to quickly dive to the IP address, and then here we can see all the things that Immunify knows about this IP address, what hits we have with incidents, what blocks are there, if there are any blocks, what's the RBL status, TTL for the blocks, so how long it will be blocked, and so on. Now we have the web software inventory, where you will be able to see your overview the all assets on your fleets in terms of CMS, their plugins, themes, how many plugins you have vulnerable, how many outdated, and so on. You will be able to identify users who has these problems quite quickly. And of course, you will have the traditional interface from Immunify control panel, but tailor it to be used with entire fleet. And one particularly interesting use case I have is the configuration management. I hear a lot that customers with more than a dozen of servers struggle managing configuration, and they want to have configuration synchronized across either entire fleet or across a group. So that's what we're going to deliver with this portal. We will be able to synchronize configuration. We will be able to have multiple configuration, and we will be able to analyze whether its configuration is recommended or not recommended, and give advice how to fix things. So that's basically it with the presentation. Let's get back to slides.
Thank you, Vlad, for the demo. The dashboard looks awesome, so great work on it.
Thank you.
I'll quickly grab back the screen share. I just have a few more slides to show. And by the way, the demo went flawlessly, so the demo sharks are left hungry today.
Oh,
now,
good.
as far as current offers go, there are two that we want all of our customers to know about. The first one is our VPS bundle, which is an exclusive partner-only offering for hosting providers. And it combines CloudLinux and Immunify 360 in pre-installed bundles with up to 55% of license savings. So the idea is that you can deliver faster and more secure VPS plans to your customers while improving your margins on these offerings. And the other benefit is that you get the same management experience that you're already used to on shared hosting, which is another big plus for maintenance and support. So if you have a VPS offering, make sure to check out the details at cloudlinux.com/VPS-bundle. The second offer that we have is related to the new white label WordPress service powered by Seahawk that Igor has talked about. This offering will actually go live next Monday, February the 2nd. So this is an early bird exclusive for everyone who joined this webinar today. And the offer is 30% extra margin for every sale for the first 2 months. So instead of the standard 40-60 split, where you get 40% margin, with this offer, for the first 2 months, the split is 70-30, where you get 70% margin on every sale. Plus, all the other benefits also apply. So you get the free onboarding assistance, you get the free landing page setup, and so on. This one is going to be a limited time offer, so be sure to use it while it's available. And you can learn more about the service offerings on cloudlinux.com/WordPress-services. And on Monday, that page is going to also be updated with the offer details, so you'll see it reflected there as well. Better yet, if you want to just straight up go ahead and grab either of these offers, contact our team at sales@cloudlinux.com. And speaking about contacting our team, you can also meet us live at CloudFest EU. The date is March 24 to 26, and the place and location is the usual Europa Park in Rust, Germany. We'll share more details about this, including registration codes for our customers and our booth location, so keep an eye on your inbox related to this if you're planning to attend CloudFest. If you want to meet with someone from our team, please schedule a meeting ahead of time through our sales team at sales@cloudlinux.com. And that's everything we planned for today as far as the presentation. So with that, I think that's a wrap for today. A short 1-minute survey will open in your browser after the webinar. Please fill it out to help our work. And thank you all for joining today, and thank you for your time. Have a good one, everyone.